MGF Custom/Reviews.
What's going on, guys? It's Michael MGF, and today we're doing another custom LEGO minifigure showcase video, and this time I have a version 2 of a custom that I made back in 2011, and you might recognize him not only from the Clone Wars series, which was just announced to end very soon. If you want to hear my thoughts about that, link to that vlog where I discussed my thoughts about the Clone Wars and my experiences will be in the description below. But this is a very famous clone trooper that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, not only from the Clone Wars series, but from my intro. He's the one who pops up, and D. Bradley Baker himself, the one who voices the clone troopers, or for that matter, voiced the clone troopers in the Clone Wars, says my production name. And this is ARC Trooper 5s, and of course, like I said, this is not the first time I've made him, this is the second time, so consider this a version 2 of my Phase 2 ARC Trooper 5s, and I think that this is definitely a step up. The paint job is cleaner, the accessories are much higher quality, and the waistcape is more accurate. The weapon he is now wielding is also more accurate from Clone Army Customs, and the backpack, or for that matter, the life support pack, that's what they call it, on his back, is now an official LEGO Group design, because since my ARC Trooper 5s was made back in 2011, the LEGO Group has obviously included their own ARC Trooper in a set. So, yeah, other than that, there's really not much else to go over before I actually show you the entire figure in a 360 view. With a whole new paint job on the helmet and arms, Cape Madness accessories, a newly designed life support pack, and newly designed decals from JPO97 Studios, link to his channel in the description below, this definitely makes for a fantastic upgrade to my Phase 2 version of ARC Trooper 5s. And as you can see, the painting on the helmet is just overall much better. The blue is more vibrant and overall more shinier, not as bumpy and rugged as the previous. And you can see the markings are painted very nicely. And just so you are aware, the helmet, everything on the helmet was completely painted by me. When you get an Aerolite helmet, you get a blank white Aerolite helmet. Or at least when you order the blank white Aerolite helmets, you get a blank white Aerolite helmet. And that's really what I do, because I feel like I just like to be able to paint everything that I can on the figure, because I feel like sometimes printing can only go so far. And you can see that the rangefinder is stuck inside the helmet there. It's not stuck, but you can see that I did actually expand the hole on the side of the helmet to be able to fit the rangefinder. And the rangefinder is simply a gray rangefinder with the top painted white. And then you can see the actual pauldron right here from Cape Madness is very nice. Just get that off there. It just kind of fell. Here we go. So you can see that it is very nice. The pauldron is of top quality and definitely makes the figure look that much better. And it just flew. Bloopers that I guess I'll be leaving in. And you can see that the torso design by JPO97 Studios is fantastic. And you might notice that it does not have any sort of belt. And that is something that you will never see again on my clone troopers, are belts. Belts are not something that LEGO puts on their minifigures, so why should we? You know, it's just something that I feel like makes my figures at least a little bit more closer to LEGO, and sometimes with my figures, I don't really try to get close to LEGO and what they would do. But in terms of LEGO Star Wars figures, that's kind of what I aim for, in terms of some little details. And then you can see now that I have the pauldron off, the arms as well. The arms are a brand new painted design, as you can see, it does have the same new blue color, which is also, like I said, very vibrant. And you can see that they are pretty much almost pretty symmetrical. And for painting, I think that's pretty awesome. And you can see they turned out fantastic. And I do have different colors for the buttons on his communicator right there. And that also looks great. And yeah, so moving on, you can see that the blaster he's wielding is a CAC, or Clone Army Customs DC-15S blaster. And definitely some great weapons by Clone Army Customs. Tyler has definitely produced some of the best LEGO Star Wars weapons in this community. And moving on, you can see that the waistcape used is also very nice, as it is very accurate indeed. Though the printing is a little bit smeared and the ink is kind of bleeding a little bit, it still looks fairly decent, and I think the waistcape definitely suffices and looks accurate enough to make my figure look accurate overall. And then you can see the legs are also very nice. They are indeed posable, just like all of my figures. That is a big hair, but they are posable, and you can see that I actually did paint the gray on his feet, and the back area of his legs. Really what's decaled is this area here in the front and the sides. The rest is pretty much completely painted, which is pretty much the only painted component on the legs would be the actual gray on the feet. So while I reassemble Mr. 5s here, I can pretty much assure you that this variant of my ARC Trooper 5s may or not be the last. I might revisit 5s later on in the future, and we will be seeing 5s again later on in the Clone Wars, the final 2 story arcs for Star Wars The Clone Wars. Once again, if you'd like to hear my thoughts on the Clone Wars ending, be sure to check out my vlog. Link to that will be in the description below. But real quick, I do actually have a head for Mr. ARC Trooper 5s here, and he looks fantastic with the head. All it is really is just a Clone Trooper head, and I painted on the 5's insignia and his beard. And honestly, I think that looks just like 5's, and even without his helmet, it makes the figure look even that much more fantastic. So, other than that, there's not much else to ARC Trooper 5's. Honestly, he's my one of my favorite Clone Troopers I've ever made, and he looks great in my updated intro. And let me know what you guys think of that. I definitely think it'll suffice for now until I can get a shorter intro made. But, yeah, there is the version 2 of my ARC Trooper 5's.
MGF Custom / Reviews.
Why do I feel like I've heard this over 100 times?
Alright guys, that about concludes it for my showcase on this version 2 of my custom LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars ARC Trooper 5's and his Phase 2 armor. I hope you enjoyed the showcase, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button as it does go a long way, and let me know that you enjoy seeing custom Clone Troopers and that I should make more in the future. And if you got an idea or a Clone Trooper for me to make, be sure to leave it in the comments section below. But other than that, that's about it, and yeah, alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye! If you enjoyed the showcase, be sure to leave the video a like, as it does go a long way, and if you don't, I'll probably have to, I don't know, fail on a slipping slide. Alright, so, that's about, the difference is with the new damn it, crap. He has 2 Cape Magnus, gosh damn it, this is so hard to do when I'm sick.